Britain's King Charles III is crowned in London's Westminster Abbey, crowned Charles with the historic St. Edward's crown, and becomes the 40th monarch to take the traditional oath of faithful service. In the country's first coronation service in nearly 70 years, Britain's King Charles III was crowned on Saturday with Queen Camilla at Westminster Abbey, the site of coronations in Britain since 1066, nearly a millennium ago. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell, so you don't miss anything about the UK royal family. King Charles and Queen Camilla left the palace for Westminster Abbey at the Diamond Jubilee State Coach, in what is traditionally known as the King's Procession. Accompanied by the sovereign's escort guards, they travelled along the mall outside the palace, across Admiralty Arch, passing south of the King Charles Island statue in Trafalgar Square before turning onto Whitehall Road to the church. The procession continued down Whitehall, and along the east and south sides of Parliament Square. They arrived at Westminster Abbey for the coronation service after completing a route that ran about 2.1 kilometres from Buckingham Palace. After the coronation service, conducted by the Archbishop of Canterbury, the top bishop of the Church of England, Charles was crowned with the historic St. Edward's crown, while Queen Camilla wore a modified version of Queen Mary's tiara, fashioned in 1911. During the ceremony, Charles, dressed in symbolic dresses, is presented with elements of the regalia, including the orb and valves of the sovereignty representing the religious and moral authority of the king. A great fanfare went off, the abbey bells rang for 2 minutes, and the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery stationed on Horse Guards Parade gave a gun salute. This was accompanied by gun salutes at His Majesty's Fort in the Tower of London launched by the Honourable Artillery Company, and at all saluting stations throughout the United Kingdom, Gibraltar, Bermuda, and ships at sea. After the service, Charles and Camilla set off from Westminster Abbey to Buckingham Palace in the 260-year-old gold state coach, in the most ceremonial coronation procession. Upon their arrival at the palace, Charles and Camilla will be greeted by the UK and Commonwealth Armed Forces with royal salutes. The balcony is expected to appear around the time the Ministry of Defence will be erected over Buckingham Palace. Military personnel of the British Armed Forces, numbering 6,000, served during the coronation, along with nearly 400 from at least 35 Commonwealth countries. Charles ascended the throne on September 8, 2022, following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. He is the 40th British monarch to take the traditional oath of faithful service. By receiving the crown, Charles also became the head of the Commonwealth, a union of 56 independent states and 2.5 billion people. In 14 of these countries, plus the United Kingdom, the monarch is the head of state. These countries, known as Commonwealth realms, are Australia, Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Belize, Canada, Grenada, Jamaica, Papua New Guinea, St. Christopher and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, New Zealand, Solomon Islands, and Tuvalu. Besides the millions of people who took to the streets to watch the parade, more than 2,200 dignitaries, including members of the royal family, representatives from 203 countries and nearly 100 heads of state, participated in the event. Among those in attendance were Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, all former British Prime Ministers, First Ministers of devolved national governments, members of foreign royal families, Turkish Vice President Fuat Oktay, Chinese Vice President Han Zheng, US First Lady Jill Biden and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, Irish President Michael Higgins, and dozens of heads of state and foreign dignitaries. Prince Harry, son of Charles and the late Diana, Princess of Wales, was also in attendance while his wife, Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, and their children Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet did not attend.